Good morning, afternoon, day, evening, whatever it is for you. Welcome. We are gonna be doing something a little different today. Introducing Silicon Slopes Dev and Ascent. I'll be building out something entirely from scratch and sharing the entire process just to see how it shakes out. I've always done a great job of showcasing stuff when it's completed, but very rarely do people get an inside track of behind the scenes. So hopefully today we can change that. Let's do a quick comms check. Make sure we sound decent. Get an inside track of behind the scenes. So hopefully today we can change that. Let's do a quick comms check. Make sure. All right. So this client is called Ascent Enterprise Solutions, and this is their current website. They've been in business for over a decade. They've been very successful in their own niche, but now it's time to give them a nice little upgrade. Some of the pages are very, brochure-ish. Some of the pages are broken and not working. The forms look very basic. But needless to say, this website is not converting and or generating any sort of engagement or interest from prospective clients. So that's kind of the biggest gap, right? You need to have your website to be a 24/7 sales team. Without you having to sell, your website should be selling for you. So Jason, the owner, sent me a brief that he created, kind of like the 2026 iteration. And we're going to be using that as our basis. So I've already fed it to one of our Claude bots. On this one, we're running Sonnet 5 out of Medium. And we're just going to have it kind of go through a few different cycles here to get our pulse right. So the first one is we obviously provided the brief. We're going to have it review and analyze the brand, give us a very clear path forward. It did identify some gaps, so we'll share that with the client. But we're going to move past that to, in essence, create our first iteration. So first things first is we want to do a website sitemap. Now that we have an understanding of the brand itself. All right. Claude is doing its magic. I guess that's the fun part of being live. Gonna need to put a graphic up there so it looks somewhat decent. All right, so we've got a home page, obviously, services, approach, methodology, about us, contact, thought leadership. Pretty straightforward. Okay, we're going to inch it a little bit closer. We would like it to build the home page. And we're going to give it a little bit of direction. Section outline. So you can see I'm inching the bot closer. The bot knows about the brand. It's done an analysis on the brand. It's even helped me find some gaps on the brand that we'll address later. I've now given it a site map of what it wants to connect together for this brand. So I'm giving it almost as if you're hiring a marketer to do this. You're having Claude be that marketer. And for me, I'm having it speed up a lot of my steps, because normally each of these steps would be manual, and then that could be hours or days or even weeks of time, where in this case it could be a few minutes. So there's a lot of benefit. As we go along the way, you'll see that. Okay. So now we've got a clear path of what the home page is. Looks like it did its sections. I'll expand that outline into a markdown with detailed information per section. Okay, so now we like to always have a good data output. So you can see I have shifted. I've given it input that we've already created and manipulated. I've given it some more subset of the actual home page. But now we need it to build this out so that my bot could even build the landing page. And that a lot of times is the prompt I'm using. In this case, I used a markdown file. And that's really good to get a tangible milestone or output. Right? We've done something, we're at a milestone now. It'd be good to save that milestone in some sort of file format, and Markdown really covers that gap. So, okay, so now we have an idea of what the website should look like from a section layout. We're going to now give it the green light to build the home page with our style guide. Okay. And I guess the best illustration of time here is, obviously that I got this from the client, but I probably would have had to make that back in the day. And then getting the sitemap, like an Excel file, and then the homepage outlines like a Word doc. And now we have the outline, which is a detailed Word doc. Getting that far probably would have taken a week. We did that in what? A couple minutes? Okay. Looks like it's actually doing the HTML file now. Claude sometimes tells you what it's doing. You can kind of click into it. There it goes. That's interesting. Turned out pretty nice. I don't know what this graphic is. very nice. Has like a more of a prestigious law firm vibe. Obviously, the logo will load. But yeah, it did, and the client brought this up. It did this weird AI solutions. So I think what I'm going to have to do is recreate it. I don't feel like I got the right gist on that. So question is, what if we just use Markdown? Let's do that. We're just going to convert the Markdown of the existing site. And this is a great tool I have. It's on my, I don't know about the About Us page. Guess we'll get it. But it's a Markdown convert web page to Markdown. It takes whatever web page and converts to Markdown. It's great. Highly recommended. Okay, so we're gonna rename this to V1, and then we're gonna do a new one. I'm gonna make it real mad saying stuff like that, but it's okay. Now we're gonna give it the files we just downloaded. Let's make sure. Yeah, those are all them. Okay. Review and analyze this brand. Okay, so now we're starting off with a fresh data set. This has nothing to do with what the clients provided us. We are utilizing their existing website data as the starting point. And that's probably where I would have naturally gone had I not got that other file. So, yeah, so I got an analysis of that. So create a new website sitemap for this brand. Even though you're not going to use it, but I kind of like to tell it to output it for a bot so it knows. But create a new sitemap, output it as a Markdown file. So again, we have a tangible asset immediately. Okay. So yeah, it did it a lot better. The client must have added a bunch of things it was asking, and then it got confused or hallucinated, and then that got mixed in. This looks way better. Okay. So now we're going to do the home page, detailed section outline. Okay. I kind of like the outputs thus far. It's doing really well. But here's the homepage. Pretty detailed. I'm gonna push it a little, expand that output and the homepage further. Usually I have it add more sections and more detail. Let's not push the boundaries just yet. Let's have it build. Let's have it build the actual homepage. But to be able to create a full second subset of data that fast is the other magic, right? We get into it, we don't like it. That would have been a week burn. And now you have to go all over and start over all again. So there's a huge benefit here of being able to iterate and change gears a lot faster. Okay. This is telling us what it's doing. Went through the brand identity, design phase. And you can see we did a lot of that on purpose so that it's not doing all of that work in this step. I think that's really important to iterate. You can't shove multiple tasks into one prompt, at least not right now. It's got to be iterations of like, I'm at A, I need to go to Z. How do I get to Z? I got to go to B. I got to go to C. I got to go to D. In this case, you had to feed it an analysis and a sitemap and a homepage outline. And then now we're getting the actual homepage file. Okay. I do think this one took a little bit longer. So it must be finally doing something. But yeah, that other file was much faster. Okay. That's cool. I mean, we'll probably change it, but yeah, I'd say much better vibe. And then you can update your messaging to match your tone. But you can see it added some really cool aesthetics into the entire. Okay. So then we're going to download that. And we're going to go over to our Bolt instance. And we're going to attach it. And we're going to say build this website. And we're going to hit plan, and then we're gonna hit go. So now Bolt also uses Claude on the back end, but it's going to be doing all of our coding heavy lifting now. And so you can see I went from almost like a copywriter and engineering, schema mode. And now I'm into a development build mode. So it is building the page now, and it's building out each section, and it's splitting the sections out, and it's ready to go. So always have it planned. I think that's incredibly important in development. And then you're able to review the plan. I read that whole thing as it was outputting. And then if you're not happy with the plan, don't run it. So many people waste a lot of tokens and time when they're just sending prompts and they're not actually having to do the thinking first and then signing off on the thinking. And then, yeah, you can see this is a pretty big plan for it to make. So we don't want to be wrong. If I wasn't so confident on the inputs we'd given it, this would be a big waste of time and money on tokens. But all of this is exactly what I would have had to do manually, especially build out each self-contained section, navigation, the hero, content, testimonials, footer, and now it's doing all of them. But yeah, very quick. If you know what you're doing. And websites that don't have any logic in them are now incredibly easy. This is a mock-up. Then once we have the website done, that's when we're looking at adding more AI tech to it, so that the website can live and breathe on its own. It can create content based on searches and trends it's picking up every day from other signals like Google Search Console. And now the website is a living, breathing sales team, and you don't have to manage them. They sell 24/7, 365. The really cool part there, and you'll see it later, but when we hook up the Google search content, so like if somebody's searching for one of your products or services but in a different word formatting than you've used on your site, it'll pick that up and add that as a page. So now you're indexing on keywords that you would have normally never even built a page for, and now you have those keyword specific pages to boost your organic rankings. And then of course you can use any of these pages in paid advertising. So if you wanted to use one of the landing pages in paid advertising, you could also do that. And then you're still picking up the organic value every day as well. Okay, so we're gonna let this, looks like it got the main index, and now it's doing components. Okay, looks like it's already on footer. But time that, I mean, what, 5 minutes? And I think this is what's really going to change the industry is people are going to go, okay, Rich, good job. I'll pay you for your 20 minutes. It's the industry experience and the systems and orchestration. So it's very much a solution-driven product offering, right? Getting you and your brand into this spot a lot faster is a huge win. Okay, so it looks like it did a great job. We're going to publish it. give it the right name. And can't tell. It is mobile. All right. Now we have the site. Don't know what the bot was doing there. It's kind of weird. Oh, it grabbed the images from the existing homepage. Interesting. Okay. I mean, it's pretty close. Obviously, there's no subpages, and it looks like it's trying to use assets that are black. Yeah. Okay. So not terribly off. It got all of the sections done. But we got to make some changes. So first, going to be add a form to the hero section. Second, we're going to remove all images and use placeholders. We don't like those images. Third, switch what our clients have to say about us to text. No images. Okay, we got the form. Expand each section with greater detail. 5, add a few missing sections to increase conversion rate. So we're going to give it a little bit of a thought angle there. I did leave this animation for now. I don't like it, but I kind of did this cool transparency thing on the nav there. That was unexpected. Doesn't really work when it's on dark, but transparent. Yeah. Might be a bug fix there too. Yeah, I mean, it's close. I wouldn't show this to a client yet. The verbiage and the graphics. Let's see if we can cinch that up. Yeah, so now it's asking fictional. All right, so pretty close. We gave it some updates on this massive plan, so 1 through 6. And now it's updating that plan. Right there. So now it's got the lead capture. It's removing the staircase. Using placeholders. and fixing the testimonials, expanding sections, and adding new ones. And that is the beauty of what that just was. We are in agreement of what we needed to do. We are going to do it. That is the beauty of what that just was. Alright, so it's doing a pretty big plan here. So we're going to let that run. I'm going to find a placeholder here for my base.
Looking back on my life, running, but I just don't know why. Painting a picture that I can't see, this falling from grace got me on my knees. Oh, just looking for some meaning. Velvet skies, I don't think I can do this. But before I die, I wanna make a difference. She said, don't you cry, your heart won't fly, but the clock is ticking still. Velvet skies, I gotta make a difference.
There you go. Plan completed. Show me what you got. Ooh. I like it. I like it a lot. Much better. Okay, so the only thing we need to do is bug fix. Nav should be blank, not clear. Let's do one quick spot check. Okay, we're close. So all we're gonna do is fix the navigation's background coloring, and we're gonna send this baby over. We are ready for some feedback. I'd love to see some more individual, put a few of the partners or leaders or the staff. And then obviously real testimonials and case studies. And then I'd love to see each of these pages built out. And you can keep a single homepage landing page set up. It does look like it swapped out the logo. But we did get the coloring pretty right. This one's the only one you can't really see. Okay. So that might be our only other fix. Is the logo and the coloring. I think we're gonna let it ride. The navigation's the last big thing. So there's before, there's after. Yeah, we could put these in individual logos and then put them on different parts of the site. So, all right. Navigation looks beautiful. Okay. We are here at center. Solutions. Bolt. Post. That looks really good on mobile. I like it. Very nice. I kind of want the logo now, though. It does not have a lot of imagery, and the coloring's on the bottom. Maybe we'll just give it the logo. We actually download it. It's a PNG. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna fix it. So we're gonna have it fix the coloring of that, and we're gonna fix the logo. So we'd be really close.
Try to find a way to get closer. Missing what you say, 'cause I'm hoping you
Okay.
take my hand and just pull me back into the moment. No matter how hard I try, the world's fading out as I lose focus. I keep getting lost in you. I keep getting lost in you. I keep getting lost in your eyes. Oh, lost in you. I keep getting lost in you. I keep getting lost in you. I keep getting lost in your eyes. Oh, lost in your eyes. I'm lost in. I keep getting lost in you. I'm lost in. Lost in your eyes.
Booyah. Oh. Logo was a good call. Now, I do know the client liked the headline on the homepage.
Don't know what to do if I'm on.
See if we can find it.
'Cause if I tell the truth, you are all that I wanted. So I'm hoping you'll take my hand and just pull me back into the moment. No matter how hard I try, the world's fading out.
Oh yeah, that's the one he liked.
Lose focus.
Okay, so we're gonna double down on that information, and I do like the headline better. But again, we're not going to be using a bot to change some of these easier things. So there's our hero. Okay, so we do have some coloring we can reuse. Highlight, we're gonna that, and then I think we're gonna finally pull the plug. We're gonna remove the Commerce Technology Experts graphic and replace it with the form. So ideally get rid of this form and put it here, and then just get rid of this. And then we are updating the headline. And then I think that has a really nice visual. And this will link to the right spot. Now the real question is, are we going to make a shared card? Probably not. We'll wait. Actually like that navigation, it just doesn't look good on color. Looks better all the way. Okay. Blue line's kind of okay, but it's weird that they didn't match them. Oh, so much better. Good call. That form. Money. Alright. I say we let her rip. So there you have it, folks. A to Z. First iteration. It's not done. You can see there's going to be a lot more work from here. But getting that built, no longer required to hire an entire development team, copywriters, DBAs, none of it. So, beautiful spot to be in. We're going to get the client's feedback, and I'll probably do another one when we have that done. Thanks for tuning in.